So we're going to start this morning's practice, our Sun Power Yoga class. Got a couple of new ideas. So we're going to start as usual, coming down slowly towards our mat, ready for going through our establishing breathing techniques. Now, as you get more accomplished and I do more classes with you, you'll realise that we don't spend too much time there. We're literally just focusing on observing the breath, abdominal breathing, and then Ujjayi. And then your timing will not be out when it comes to your very last Shavasana. So remembering as ever to sit on the front third of your mat, placing the sit bones right on the edge just to help you tilt that spine and be able to keep it up for longer. Okay, sitting comfortably. Remember, it's either half lotus, easy pose, or adepts, and whatever you normally use. Then just think about just sitting up for a moment and dedicating our practice before we come down to the mat. Okay, everybody, so just taking your block away, just stretching your legs out, making those toes are pointed, so you've got to really imagine someone's either holding them down or sitting on them. Inhale, raise the arms up to shoulder height, and as you exhale, drop the chin to the chest, tuck the tailbone right under, keeping the chin pressed down towards that chest. And once you're on the floor, take those feet nice and wide, arms away from the body and the palms turned up towards the sky. Just double check you're lying straight, so just raise your head, ensuring the crown of the head is lining up with the point between your heels. Tuck the chin in and just pull your shoulders down. Think about your shoulder blades drawing down, just to open up from the neck to those ears. Thinking about the shoulders drawing away from the ears. Relax your jaw. Soften the muscles of the face. Just bring your attention to your breathing. Just watching it come in, watching it go out. Don't do anything at the moment, just sort of observe, just watch, getting to know your own breathing pattern. As you breathe in through the nose, it will be nice and cool air. But as you breathe out, you will breathe out warm air. So breathe in, 2, 3, hold, exhale down, 2, 3, 4. Start establishing a rhythm. Mentally counting, conscious of the breath coming through the nose, out through the nose. Placing your hands on your lower abdomen. Think about moving your elbows away from your body so that you feel really relaxed. And the fingers just below the navel. So you're in the lower abdomen. Think about your belly as a balloon. As you breathe in, that balloon's going to get bigger with your breath and prana. And as you exhale, that belly is going to drop back towards your mat and your spine. So the thing to do is to actually visualize the journey of your breath coming in through the nose, past your chest and into the belly. And then watch that journey of the breath coming out, and remembering that we know that it's cool as we breathe in and the breath is warm as we breathe out. So resonate with a different colour or certain colour for your balloon, and keep making notes in your journals about what colour that balloon was today, and then check which chakra that is as well. So relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the wrists. Don't push your thumbs together, make sure they are in their natural position, resting on your lower belly. So breathing in, 2, 3, hold, exhale down, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, and hold, exhale down, 2, 3, 4. Now just continue breathing mentally, taking all of the awareness down towards that belly, visualizing the balloon rolling up, breathing, lifting, and as you exhale, think about that balloon deflating and the energy dropping towards the spine. If you feel you've established your abdominal breathing comfortably, then you can place your hands down by the side of your body again. And now we're going to add to all of that we've learned, we're going to add Ujjayi breathing. The word Ujjayi means victorious. And we're just going to slightly close that little epiglottis that sits just in the dip of that throat. You've got the thyroid there, but behind that you have your epiglottis. So all of this area is quite a lot going on. So as you breathe in, you're just going to breathe in normally. Breathe in, 2, 3, and hold. And then as you exhale, apply your Ujjayi breathing, your epiglottis, that little valve, as you breathe out, gently drawing the belly down towards the spine. You should be able to hear the breath and feel the breath. Inhale, 2, 3, and hold. And exhale, apply your Ujjayi. So you should be able to hear it and feel it, and it encourages you to breathe out completely. So that now as you take the next breath, you can breathe in fully, 2, 3, and hold, and exhale down, 2, 3, 4. Just placing your hands back down by the side of you if you haven't already done so. We're going to remind ourselves that the word yoga means to unite mind, body and breath. And now I want you to think about your breathing as a bridge between the mind and the body. It connects the two. As we breathe in oxygen, we're going to breathe in prana, life force, ki, chi, whatever name you know for it. As you breathe in oxygen, you breathe in prana. As you breathe out carbon dioxide, you're going to breathe out prana as well. It never changes. It's all around you and in you. So coming from your lying position, we're going to now synchronize the breath and movement, because yoga is all about synchronicity. So inhaling, raising the arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, lower the arms back behind you. If you haven't brought your legs together, remember to bring them together. Now push the heels away, stretch the fingers and arms. Think about the joints really getting a lot of blood. Squeeze the buttocks, really push the upper body and the heels into the mat and completely relax. You should feel like an empty sack now, every joint of the body completely relaxed. Let's stretch the right side. So we're just going to keep the left side passive, push the heel of the right foot away from the fingers and the shoulders. So really feel the shoulders stretching, the ribs opening, and relax. Other side, inhale, left heel, left fingertips. You feel the shoulders and the hips and the ribs waking up, but the right side should feel totally relaxed, and release. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. You're going to pull one knee in and then the other, holding at the front of the knees. And as you exhale, you're going to bring the forehead to the knees, curling up that spine. Inhale, lower the back to the floor. Let's really warm up the spine today. So we're going to rock and roll. So as you go back, let your legs stretch, pop your hands on the front as you come up. and you're going to come all the way up to a sitting position. So if it feels a bit difficult the first time, just get into the swing. What you're doing here is massaging the whole of the spine. That's it. Coming up to sit and release. Okay, so if you've still got your block here, we're going to come up to do our Kapalabhati. So remember, Kapalabhati is going to really wake us up even more, get all of that oxygen up towards the brain, expand the lung capacity. Digestive system's invigorated, internal organs, and you expand your lung capacity by holding the breath. So each time you pump, you're getting stronger, diaphragm's being exercised. It's just the most amazing pranayama. Prana, life force, ki, chi. Iyama, not to be confused with yama, means expansion, and we're expanding our prana. So sitting up tall. So remember, we are there using the zip idea from the pubic bone up towards the chin, or we're going to consider using the reversed chin mudras and lifting. And the most classic form, of course, is the golden thread. And really stretch the arms. If you don't stretch the arm, your students won't either. So you've really got to think about doing everything much bigger than you normally would do it. Bringing the hands in chin mudra, first finger and thumb together. I want to slide your elbows back. This is going to encourage a lovely open chest. Heart center is here, so don't let it drop. Keep feeding out to the world. Closing the eyes. Let's begin just by preparing. Nice, slow, deep, full inhalation through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Good, strong Ujjayi. Remember, Ujjayi is practiced all the way through the yoga practice. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale deeply. And exhale, 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 exhale. Really strong, forceful out breath through the nose. Exhale, really feel like that navel is pulling firmly towards the spine. Exhale, 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 exhale. Keep exhaling. This last out breath, you don't breathe in again, you just keep pulling back and pulling back through the navel. You're trying to get rid of much stale air in those lungs as possible, but you're also strengthening your diaphragm. Completely relax your belly and you'll automatically breathe in. You should feel really full of prana. Exhale, draw that navel firmly back. Remember that you need to be sucking up and lengthening even more on that exhalation. Take a half breath in, soft, comfortable Buddha belly, and retain the breath. Draw the eyes to the point between the eyebrows, the Ajna chakra. See a window of inner vision, so it's your inside eyes, and the colour is a deep purple. So maybe actually see that colour this morning. And exhale, draw that navel back, nice strong Ujjayi, keep lifting, 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 lifting through the crown. Good, next round, inhale, remember not to do that too fast, it's nice, slow, deep inhale. Exhale, strong Ujjayi. Inhale deeply. And exhale, 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 exhale. Remember not to have your shoulders going up and down. They should stay completely relaxed, but not collapsed. Exhale, 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 exhale. exhale, 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 exhale. Keep exhaling, keep drawing that navel back, keep lengthening through the back of the neck and up through the crown. Nice deep breath. Remember, this is the whole point of this exercise. Exhale, really draw that navel back. Keep thinking about it being sewn to your spine. Take a nice half breath in. Soft rounded Buddha belly, and retain the breath. Just imagine that you're cradling that prana in that pelvic bowl. Raise the eyes, as ever, towards the point between the eyebrows, Ajna Chakra. Soften the jaw. Teeth should be slightly separated, but your lips are together. Back of the neck should feel long, so don't stick your chin out. Draw it back. And exhale without collapsing, keep lengthening through that back. Last round, inhale, exhale, inhale deeply, and exhale, 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 exhale. Exhale, 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 exhale. Really strong and dynamic, everybody. Exhale, 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 exhale. Keep exhaling. Really think about getting rid of that stale air. Think about how much oxygen is in the brain. You could be feeling quite lightheaded. Take a deep breath in. Exhale once more. Keep drawing that navel back. I want that back to get longer and longer as you exhale. Don't think about collapsing. Take a half breath in, a soft, comfortable half breath. And just again, consider imagining that golden prana sat in the pelvis, and at the same time draw the eyes towards the Ajna Chakra. Beautiful deep purple. So if you can actually imagine your body, golden light in the belly, purple light between the eyebrows, you should feel really powerful and empowered. Hold for just a little bit longer. If your mind is rebelling, just calm. Just be calm. And you may be able to hold for 2 or 3 seconds longer, and it's those 2 or 3 seconds that are the ones that are important. Everything before that is easy. Those 3 seconds are difficult, and this is where you build up your mental stamina. Not just your physical, but your mental stamina. Everything you learn in a yoga class, take out into the world. Exhale, draw that navel back. Take a deep breath in. And a nice big sigh. And remember, if your back feels like it needs to collapse, then listen to your body and let it happen. Well done, everybody. Just leaning back into your hands before you stretch those legs out. Remember to protect your back and protect your students' backs. Getting those ankles moving. That's it. Some blood. And let's swap the legs over. So if you had it right on top, it needs to be the left this time. So just make sure that you have swapped the legs over. And we're ready for Anuloma Viloma. So keeping your left hand as usual in Chin Mudra, take your right hand up, pull the first 2 fingers in, fold them against the palm. See where your elbow is here. The elbow is going to remain almost there as you bring the thumb to close off that right nostril. Don't turn your head to the hand. It's a common mistake. Just think about bringing your thumb to the nostril. Keep the elbow at a nice comfortable level, neither too down or too up. Closing the eyes. Begin to exhale strongly out through that left nostril, clearing the lungs to begin. And inhale left, 2, 3, 4, retain the breath. Pinch just below the cartilage of the nose, and the mouth should be closed. You're holding the breath. Exhale to the right for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale right for 4, nice and deep. 2, 3, 4, retain the breath. Exhale out to the left for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale left for 4, 2, 3, 4, retain the breath. Exhale right for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale right for 4, 2, 3, 4, retain the breath. Exhale left for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale left for 4, 2, 3, 4, retain the breath. Exhale right for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale right for 4, 2, 3, 4, retain the breath. Exhale to the left for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release the hand. Give yourselves a nice, slow, deep inhalation, and allow the breath to go naturally out through the nose. Inhale, sweep the arms up. I want you to look at your fingertips. Really stretch those rib muscles, and exhale, forward fold. Using your fingertips, walk your way forward, really stretching through the back. Feel those ribs stretching. Remember, you've worked them really hard. And then, staying as you are, you're going to just take your block and pop it out of the way and come up onto your knees. So, coming to the front of your mat, everybody, make sure that middle finger's pointing straight ahead, and think about your fingers as a dial of a clock. You've got all of the numbers on the clock, and think about spreading them, including your thumb. Push the palms into the mat. Having a look at your shoulders, and mine, you've got your shoulders right over your wrists. Knees are apart at this point. Nice long spine, everybody. Keep the inside of the elbows pushing forward. So if your elbows are bent like this, that means the elbows are pushing out. Think about taking your elbows back and then pushing the inside of your elbows forward. Inhale, tailbone and chin up. Exhale, push right down. Make sure that you tuck the pelvis under and really press the chin to the chest. Keep the arms straight. Inhale, deep, deep breath. Exhale, tuck that tailbone under, chin to chest. Inhale, back to neutral. Tuck your toes under, gently press back. Don't do anything with the feet right now. Just want you to wake yourselves up, waking up the backs of the legs, the hips, the shoulders. Really feel like your ankles are relaxing. Keep the thighs lifted. And then let's walk through the feet, all the way to the toes, and to the heels. Now remember, people's toes often get neglected. The toe joints need to be stretched. So go right over onto the front of the foot today. If you're not quite sure, have a look at me. I'm going right onto the front of the foot today, really to work through. That's lovely, well done. Coming down onto your knees, push back because you're going to step forward. Use your hands to balance you and into a nice deep seated pose. So just think about lengthening from the crown of the head right through that tailbone. Don't round your back. So swinging the arms, let's get that synovial fluid warmed up through the joints. Nice deep breathing. And the very last time, spread the fingertips just like they were on the floor. Nice spread fingers. Squeeze the buttock forward and you will just naturally arch back. Do not collapse your neck. And exhale, namaste. Okay, so Surya Namaskar. And today we're going to take our arms forward rather than taking them back. So I just want you to think about a different alternative. My shoulder's hurting a little bit, so for me, opening up is going to be a little bit difficult. I want to take my arms forward. If you'd like to do that version, that's fine. If not, just do what you normally do. So spreading your toes, everybody. 2 inches from the front of the mat. Have a look at your feet. Make sure the big toe are together and the heels. Nice long tailbone, so don't stick your bottoms out. Nice and long. Shoulders right over your hips. Think about those ears over your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, namaste. Now remember to cross the thumbs, so actually look at them. Inhale, reach forward and back, squeeze the buttocks. Exhale, extend as you lower. Uttanasana, hands to the floor. Inhale, step back, right leg, ease forward into the hips, knee down, chest up. Retain the breath, plank pose, Kumbhakasana. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, 8-point pose. Inhale, push forward, cobra, reach up through the arms. Tuck your toes under, press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down facing dog. Inhale, right leg down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chin, chest, reach back, push those hips forward. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana, hands flat to the floor, everybody. Inhale, step back, left leg, knee down, chest lifted. Retain your breath as you step back into a strong plank pose. Squeeze every muscle except the face. Exhale your knees. Stick your bottom and chin out. Inhale, push forward through the feet. Raise up through the arms. Tucking your toes under, lift your knees before your hips. Press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Inhale, left leg forward, knee down, chest lifted. Exhale, forward fold. Really pull your tummies in. Inhale, chin, chest, push the hips forward as you reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, right leg back, knee down, chest lifted. Retain the breath. You stretch back into a really strong plank pose. Exhale your knees, chest, chin. Now using your feet, push forward till the toes point, then reach up to the arms. Don't collapse your neck. Tuck your toes under, press back, down dog. Now use your hands to really push back. Think about your armpits reaching for your toes. Inhale, right leg forward, knee down, chest lifted. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Press those hands down, use your shoulder muscles. Inhale, take your weight forward as you reach back. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, left leg back, knee down, chest lifted. Retain your breath, plank pose. Now really squeeze every muscle. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, push forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left leg forward, ease into the hips. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, extended Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, right leg back, knee down, chest lifted. Retain the breath. Plank pose, Kumbhakasana. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, 8-point pose. Inhale, push forward, Bhujangasana, Cobra. Tucking your toes under, press back, and we're just going to hold here for 3 full breaths. Breathing deeply, steadily, tilt the tailbone right up towards the sky. Flatten the shoulder blade. These arms are really strong. If they're bent at the elbow, you're in trouble. Stretch the elbows and think about the inside of the elbows reaching up. The ears are level with your upper arms. Don't drop your chin or lift it. Tailbone push right up. You've got to think about those thighs really lifting. Inhale, step forward, right leg, knee down, chest lifted. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Now here, reach forward. So if you take your weight into the front of the feet, you will find it easier to lift up and arch back. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, step back, left leg. Ease deeply into those hips. Retain the breath. Strong plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Elbows tucked in. Now using your feet, push forward. Separate the heels so that you don't hurt your back. Tuck your toes under. Press back down dog. Suck the belly right back into the spine. Inhale, left leg forward. Knee down, chest lifted. Exhale, forward fold. Pull your tummies in. Use your shoulders to press down. Now as you come up, push forward into the feet. Spread those fingers. Push the hips forward. And exhale. Namaste. Lovely, everybody. So just shake out any tension in the body. That's it. And ready to come into Sun Power Series 1. I'm going to add a few little nice things to it today as well. So if you want to reach back, if your shoulder's not hurting, then reach back. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, step back with your right leg. You're going to ease into the hips and release your back toe. Let's spend 2 nice deep breaths here, taking the tension from the hips. Remember not to lean forward. Roll the shoulders back and take the pelvis forward and just breathe. Be conscious of any tension and try to breathe it away. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Now you need to really hold your thigh. Use the other hand to pull around and see if you can see the back foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, namaste to the floor. Now really spread your fingertips here. Step back into a really good plank. Squeeze every muscle but the face. Exhale, chaturanga. Yogi's choice if you need to use the knees. And press up into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Looking ahead, tuck your toes under and really press back into down dog. Use your hands to push back. Think about opening your chest. Breathe calmly and steadily. Inhale, raise your right leg and really push back through that left heel. That right heel should be pressed up towards the sky. We're going to bend the knee today and let it roll right over. So your body is really getting a deep stretch. So make sure the hip is literally rolled up and back. If you're not sure, just have a look. Good. Bring the knee in. Push off with that back foot. And we're going to keep the back knee off the floor. So here we've got our knee level with our pelvis. Inhale into Warrior 1. This is Exalted Warrior, so you look straight ahead. The heel is off the floor. And we're going to come into a twist. So popping your hand here on the hip, grip the top of the thigh, and look towards that back foot. I'm going to hold. Now the strength is in that back thigh. If you let that back thigh collapse, you're in trouble. Keep it really locked out through the quad. And the only way is to keep that thigh and front knee, the hip, at the same level. Inhale. Exhale. Push back. Inhale, step forward. Gazing pose, remember hands here or here. Exhale. Then take our arms forward. Inhale. Squeeze those hips forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back. Left leg. Now push forward into the pelvis. And release the back foot. Clasping your hands. Breathe deeply. Inhaling and exhaling. Shoulders rolled back, everybody. Keep that neck long. Don't stick your chin up. Don't drop it. Good. We're going to sweep the arms forward. Inhale. Exhale to twist. Now this hand is pushing and this is pulling. So you're actually touching and you're going to try to look at your back foot. Good. Inhale. Exhale, namaste to the floor. Spread those fingertips. Decide what you're doing. Chaturanga or 8-point pose, yogi's choice. Exhale, elbows pulled in. Inhale. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, down dog. Now use those hands to really push back. Think about your tailbone nice and long. Breathe. Inhale, sweep your left leg up. Now think about your heel pushing right up to the sky. Your left heel pushing up. Your right heel easing into the mat. Now I'm going to bend the leg and let the hip roll right over. You should feel a fantastic stretch in your inner and outer obliques. Keep pushing back through the hands. Don't take your weight forward. Keep pushing back. Good. Inhale, knee into the belly. And here we're coming into a nice deep lunge. So that back knee is not dropped. You need to lock out the quad and keep the hip at the same level as that front knee. Inhale into exalted warrior. So think about that back foot pushing. Watch my arms, they're not here. They're right here by my ears. That's it, and then we're going to twist. So pop your hand on your hip, other hand, really grip with your thumb and your fingers, and you're going to turn to look at that back foot. Just breathe. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, push back. Inhale to lift. Fingertips or shins. Exhale, forward fold. I'm going to stay here for a moment, taking our weight into the front of the feet. Clasping the hands behind the back. And allow the arms to come over. This is really going to open up the back of your spine, your shoulders, your ribs. Inhale, lift the head. Sweep the arms forward. Push the hips forward and into Namaste. Lovely. That's great, everybody. So just adjust yourselves. When you do some of those lunges, you find yourself needing to adjust. So make sure that you feel relaxed, the hips relaxed, and any tension that you've built up has just dropped away. Okay, so we're going to start with our arms extending to the side. I want you to take your feet a little bit wider, and maybe in my case I'm just going to move a little bit towards the back of my mat so that everything that I'm doing you can see. Inhale, taking the arms up. You're going to reach forward and walk your hands forward. So walk them so they've gone beyond your hips, they've gone in front of your hips, and then exhale to press back. Using your fingertips, really push back, opening that chest. This is a massive chest opener, shoulder opener. Keep the thighs lifted, breathe. That's lovely. And then walk your hands back so they're underneath your shoulders. We're going to take both hands over to the right side, gripping the ankle. Take a deep breath, lift, 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 and then try to get your opposite cheek towards the knee. So really stretching from the hips through those ribs. And just hold here, keep the thighs really lifted. Breathe. Good. Back to center. To the other side. Inhale, holding, and exhale, bring the opposite cheek towards that knee. Again, you're getting this fantastic stretch in the ribs and the spine and all the muscles of the back. Keep the weight slightly forward. Always close your eyes once you're there. And back to center. Take a deep breath and open out the arms. Okay, so we're going to come into our triangle series. Inhale, lift the ball of the right foot, rotate on the heel and lower. Now I want you to have a look at your foot and make sure that those middle two toes are lined up and your heels are lined up. That's lovely. Pull those back toes in slightly. Looking down the right arm, you're going to inhale and lift. So we're not going to bend. That's a bend. It's a lateral extension. Grip hold of your foot, ankle or shin. Whatever area you have to hold on to, that knee's got to stay really straight. So looking down, any neck problem, stay as you are. The rest of us are going to push the hips forward first, towards me, and then rotate. And this hand, the thumb, will be just about over your face. Spread those fingers. Breathe. Don't let your shoulder roll forward, that supporting shoulder. Make sure you're rolling right back. Good. Inhale, lift and into extended Trikonasana. Nothing's changed. All that's happened is that arm has gone over, and keep it by the ear. I can put my hand down and keep my legs straight, but if you can't do that, then you continue doing what you were doing before. Breathe. Look to the floor. Inhale to come up, get those hips directly underneath your shoulders, and exhale, warrior two. So thighs parallel, knee over ankle, back leg straight. Remember, all of these teaching points are teaching points that you need to use. They'll already be in your class plan. Inhale, arch back, and back to warrior two. And stretching the leg. Come back to center. Just find your breath. Other side. Inhale, extend. Lift the ball of the left foot. Rotate on the heel and lower. So looking at your foot, make sure those two middle toes are lined up with your knee and that your hips are not out. Pull them so they're right underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lift to extend. Exhale, foot, ankle or shin. Now before you turn your head, push the hips towards me to open up your chest. Thighs should be totally locked out, and some of you are dropping your head. Don't drop your head. Lift it, keep it lined up with the hip. Think about your tailbone and the crown of the head. And then turn to look at your thumb. A triangle has got a slight twist in it, so think about the obliques. The oblique muscles are what helps you twist the body. Protect the back of the neck. Imagine someone's holding it. Breathe. Inhale, reach up to go over into extended Trikonasana. Now think about your hip rolling back, your chest lifting and turning. Don't drop your head. Good work. Look into the floor. Inhale to come up and exhale, warrior two. So Virabhadrasana 2, chest remains forward, nothing's changed. That's it. Inhale, arch back, and back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg, rotate the foot, come back to center. So we're going to step or jump. If you're going to jump, take your hands down, bend your knees, and then bring them together, but keep the knees bent. Otherwise, just shuffle your feet back like this. Just think about doing this until you can bring them together. That's lovely, well done. So we're going to come into our balances. Let's find our breath. Quite a challenging series, the warrior. And we're coming into the crane, bending the knees. Bring your hands, lacing fingers together around your right leg. Inhale. As you exhale, pull the thigh to you, you to the thigh. Make sure the chest is wide, shoulders should not be up here. Drop them down. Hold. And then holding onto the foot, you're going to pull it up and let the knee drop to the side. Now think about pulling the heel right into the belly and press that knee back. Now the more you press it back, the easier that foot will stay. But if you find it difficult, put your thumb around your big toe and hold on and stay there while we come into this tree variation. For those of us who can, bring the hands into prayer. Now remember, no dreepy trees. Take the hands down, touching the breastbone, cross the thumbs over. Inhale, reach forward to come up. Breathe. And into Firebird. So we've been practicing this. Hands in Chin Mudra. Take your chest forward. And then drop your fingers towards the floor. I'm going to show you another way of doing this as well. So here, take your weight forward till the heel comes off the floor. You're going to have to gaze on the floor. If you're on a carpet or a double mat, it is a bit more difficult. Whoops, that's not very good, is it? Focus, focus, focus. I'm going to come on the front here. All right, so those of you who are struggling with this, this is how we're going to do it. So if you look at me from the side, you're going to come up onto your knee and put your foot like this, so that your knees on the floor, both knees are on the floor. From the front it looks like this, where your knee is by your ankle and you've got this opening of the hip. So watch out, you end up doing this. Squeeze the buttocks. That's great. I'm going to do it from the side so you can see. So this is your modification for coming into floating lotus. Hands down. Tuck your back toe under. Push back. And if you manage that, you're doing brilliantly. Talk about being off balance. Okay, so as you come out of it, take your hands down. Those of you who've come from the actual floating lotus, the foot's right up here, push back into a forward fold. And come to stand. Okay, good. Other side. When you've got a double mat, like I have, or you're on a carpet, balancing is much more difficult. So if you can get onto the floor or flat when you're practicing, then you might find it a little bit easier. You know, I'm struggling. That's life. Here we go. Other side. So, bending both knees. Reach forward to that left knee. Fingers are linked. Inhale and lift. So you should feel a really straight back from the side. That's it. And then pull the knee right up. Let it drop and pull the heel up. And as you pull the heel up, it's warming up all of these thigh muscles here, the hip muscles, and then press the knee back. And if you need to hold on to that foot, remember that you're going to hold on to your big toe. Come forward, I think. Big toe. And you can just press that knee back using your buttocks. And half a prayer is better than no prayer. For those who can do a full prayer, just breathe. Inhale, crossing those thumbs over, reach up, pinch just behind the ears. And sweep into the Firebird. Hold. Dropping the fingers down if you can. Otherwise do the other version using the other knee. I can't believe I'm doing this today, really, knowing how I feel. How we all feel. But that's life. Do your best. My ankle is still not great, but I have to keep trying. And that's the thing, is to just keep trying. As you grow older, you have to challenge yourself more. Things become more difficult, but you've still got to try. All right, so wherever we are, whatever stage, see if you can push yourselves up. Soften the knee as you come up to balance. Oh, guys, this is real life, isn't it? This is a live class and me falling about. Wonderful. Not. Right, I'm going to stop now because I'm still falling about. Oh, are we ready? Let's give ourselves a really good stretch. Bring our feet together. We're going to take the arms up and we're going to hold on to our right wrist with our left hand. So it looks like this. You're going to take the thumb forward, fingers around the back. Inhale, lift. Then we're going to arch away from that side. So if you've got hold of your right wrist, you're going to lean over to your left. Inhale and arch over. Now the more you pull that up, the more you're going to feel that fabulous stretch down the side. Keep going. And lift. Good, other side. So again, thumbs around the front, fingers around the back. Inhale, lift. And arch over. Really pull so you feel that super stretch. And release. I'm going to come into Dancer. So turning to the side, I'm going to turn to the side. You can if you want to as well. I'm going to take hold of our right foot, bending the knees, hand on the pelvis, just pop the hand into the foot. So remember that you've got your hand like this and your foot like that, not like this. Okay? So taking the arm out to balance you, first finger and thumb together, think about your middle finger pointing straight ahead, bend the knees. You're going to take hold of the foot, or you might have to take hold of the ankle, that's fine. Now we're just going to do the classic first, where we take our nose down towards the floor. And for those who can, they can go into the more challenging back bend as you reach the leg all the way back. Again, if you're on double mat, carpet, you might find the balance a little bit difficult. And come up. Other side. So turning to the other side, I'm going to come off the mat, the double mat I think. When you're ready, hand on the hip, take hold of your foot, just hold there for a moment, don't rush it. Make sure the arms are reaching forward and tilt down so that your face is by the arm, and then you can go into the fuller one. And come out. It's interesting because I am doing lots of things today that I'm finding really, really hard. So I think it's about circumstances we're in, what happened before, what's going to happen later. But when you're teaching, I honestly believe you should be honest. So if you're struggling as a teacher, just tell them, I'm not really struggling today, I'm having a hard time. Because what that says to your students is they can be real. That in their yoga class they can actually be real, not pretend to be something that they're not. Alright, so don't worry. Okay, I'm just going to tilt the screen slightly because I'm going to come down to the floor now. Here we go. That's lovely for our floor series. Yep. Here we go. Part 2. Alright, so coming down to the floor, we make sure that we've got our right knee in front, ready for the twists. Now today I'm going to turn away from you so that you can see the side as well. And if you need a block, you've got really tight hips, you can use a block and just pop under this side so that it feels so lovely to twist around. And actually I'm going to do that myself today. So popping that block underneath the hip, so it's the opposite side to your heel. You've got your flat foot here. So it's running along this way. So it's running along like that. This really, really helps you get into a much deeper twist. You've got your knee pointing straight up, so remember to just balance ourselves out. That's lovely, well done. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, and pull that knee right in. And then wrap the arm around the back. Make sure the hand's in Chin Mudra. Now if you've got a block, you can push against that block. That's actually quite useful for helping you get even longer. So whichever version you're doing, make sure the shoulder is really turning. Think about the waist, shoulder, chin. Inhale into the chest first to lengthen, then exhale, turn from the waist, and then carry on with abdominal breathing. We're going to close our eyes. Just breathe. Remember, every out breath gives you a chance to just go a little bit deeper into that twist. Think about what's happening to the inside of the body, digestive system, respiratory system, endocrine, chakra, spinal fluid, nerves being fed, prana moving up through the Sushumna. So much going on. Inhale, coming around all the way to the other side. Use your fingertips. Exhale, bow the head. And come up. So swapping the legs over. This time the block is going to go onto the other side. So just literally shift your hip to the other side. You don't need to move it. You just literally lift yourself, shift your hip to the other side. This heel is then nicely tucked under with that block. Very good. So using the opposite elbow, just think about lining up the crown of the head with the base of the spine. Inhale, lifting. Stretch those intercostals. Exhale and hug. So you're hugging the thigh. Don't let this hand do nothing. It should actually be quite active. There's lots of different variations, but even with my years of experience, I think this really simple version is absolutely brilliant. And just turn the arm around. Or if you're using a block, you're going to pop your hand on it or on the floor. Try not to lean back. Breathe into the chest. Exhale, turn away from your knee by turning through the waist, shoulder, chin, and then close your eyes and continue with abdominal breathing. Breathe into your inner thigh. As you exhale, pull the navel away on the Ujjayi breath to twist a little bit deeper, and then just stay and breathe. You need at least 8 breaths in this position, I think, to really get the feeling of calmness, because it's a calming and soothing exercise as well. Remember that yoga is as much about sensations, experience, than it is about technique. It's how does it make you feel. Inhale, opening all the way to the other side. Fingertips, bowing the head to the floor, and back to center. Okay. So if you still need a block for Vajrasana, then you can keep it. In fact, if you need it, just get ready now, making sure that you feel totally prepared for doing your forward folds. So starting with Vajrasana, cobbler pose, we're going to open our feet like a book. Remember all of these things that you do in your teaching. Open your feet like a book. Push the little toes up. Think about your pomegranate seeds being pushed up. Shoulders round and down, and then press the knees down. At the same time, you're going to pull those feet towards you. So if that's difficult, doesn't matter, just keep trying, because you're trying to stretch out the outer edge of your ankle as well. Your heels might come apart, that's fine. So closing your eyes, make sure these shoulders are not round the ears, they need to be pushed down. The more you pull those feet towards you, the more that's going to happen. Go to breathe in. As you breathe out, squeeze the buttocks, press the knees down, pull the soles of the feet. We're just going to hold this for 3 full breaths. Good, breathe in. Completely relax the buttocks as you breathe out. Take another deep breath. This time you're simply going to lean forward. I don't want you to drop your head, I don't want you to drop your shoulders, I want you to literally lean forward. Think about the hinging effect at the top of the hips. Think about hinging forward. Use your elbows to press the knees down if you need to. And if that's as far as you're going, then just work into it. Don't feel like you're forcing anything. It should just feel like the breath is helping you move forward. For those of you going further, then remember, don't drop your head or round your shoulders. If you keep the chest, keep pulling through the crown of the head, you're going to have a much better result in a few weeks or months' time as you work through this. Inhale, push forward, pressing the knees down to come to sit. And you're popping your hands underneath, very carefully draw those knees together, and then just wrap the arms around as a counter pose and drop the hips. Now as you drop your head, you feel the pelvis will drop back as well, and you will be able to relax all the muscles around the hips. Those hip flexors are going to get a bit of a break. Ankles should feel nice and relaxed now. They're a little bit tight, you can always give them a bit of a massage. Always listen to your body. And teachers, give permission for those kind of things. Okay, good. Keeping our knees up like this, we're going to extend our right leg. So think about your sit bones perfectly placed, and then you're going to open up the knee to the side. Don't twist. Make sure the knee is where it is. If it's feeling uncomfortable, remember that fabulous block is just going to pop underneath like that, and you can rest it then and actually work on this leg, which is the active leg. Toes pointing up. If you need your strap, you should already have it ready for you. So it's around the ball of the foot. So if that's you, you should already be ready. Here we go. So the rest of us, we're going to inhale, take the arms up, lift the chin and chest, and then reach forward. Fingers around the back, thumb around the front, and then ease into your forward fold. Every now and then, inhale, lift the hips, sorry, not the hips, the ribs, and extend a little bit deeper. Once you're there, close your eyes. Remember not to rock to one side or the other. make sure that those shoulders are balanced. And if you find yourself rolling to the side like that, pop the hand out like this so that that doesn't happen. Once you're there, eyes are closed. Breathe calmly and steadily. Inhale to come up and exhale. Holding the knee, gently bring it in and you're back to that original position. Slide the leg out and slide the other leg in. So again, you should still feel perfectly balanced on your sit bones. Open up the knee to the side. So if you're using a block, that should be already prepared. And if you need the strap, you should already have it ready. Here we go. The rest of us, make sure our toes are pointing straight up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extend. Holding around the foot, fingers on the sole, thumbs on the front. Now here you're going to pull the foot towards you, lift through the hips and ribs and lower. Now remember, if you can't get your belly towards your thigh, you're not ready to go any further. So that's the first movement, belly to thigh, chest to knee, head to shin. Once you're there, close your eyes, allow the breath to stretch you, release you. Stay always listening to the breath. Don't let your mind wander, because your asanas are another meditation. And inhale, lift, 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 lift. And exhale. Holding, you're going to extend. So just give those legs a shake, those ankles moving. Okay, we're going to do an intense side stretch. So just taking your legs to the side, like this. You're going to pop your hands behind you, using your thumbs and fingers. Lift yourself up, energize the feet, and see if you can bring yourself further forward so that your feet almost stay where they are and your hips move forward. So do the best you can. Remember, we're all going to be different. Some of us are going to be much wider than others. For those of you with your feet like this, then I want you to flatten the hands and turn the palms so that the palms are facing that way. So back of the hands, and you're going to place them on the inside of the feet, and don't use your thumbs, keep them pushed in. Now you're going to push your feet back as you push yourself forward. And this will really help you open the thigh muscles and flatten the back. So if I do it from the side, so those of you who are quite flexible, you probably won't reach your feet when you're like this. So that's the problem with that. So I'm going to go as far as I can. So it's hard for me to hold my feet now. But if you're here, this is perfect. You push back and keep the chest lifted. So what you end up with is gorgeous pelvic tilt. I mean, I love this. It gives me such a lovely stretch that even though I can do the more advanced, actually I love this one and I get an awful lot out of it. Oh yes, very, very nice. So just bring your legs in a little bit more, those who are very flexible. Oh, very, very nice. Okay, that's for those, so that's one version. For the rest of us who are going just a little deeper, you're going to leave the heels where they are, move forward as far as you can. Okay, so from here, we pop our hands down and walk, walk, walk. Now here, keep your chest pushed up, and the more you push your chest up, the more your bottom sticks, tailbone goes up, and that is when you get that fantastic stretch on the inside of your thighs. So if you can go all the way down, great. If you're going to go halfway, that's fine. You might just be here, but these legs are strong. Don't ever let your ankles relax and your ankles move inwards. Protect yourself. Think about not injuring the inside of your thigh muscles. I'm just going to hold 3 or 4 breaths, whatever version you're doing. Remember, the breath is everything. Okay, and using your hands, just gently walk yourself back to centre. That's brilliant, well done. And remember, that pelvic tilt is everything. So the more you stick your bottom out in your chest, like in the cow pose, that is how you open up the inside muscles. Popping your hands underneath, very, very carefully. Draw your feet together. So bringing those knees nice and closely, we're going to just let ourselves drop back. So let your shoulders really reach forward, drop your chin, so you're doing the opposite. That's lovely, to what you have just done. Remember, everything is about balance, counterbalance everything, and come back to centre. Fabulous. Okay, we're going to come into our back bend series. So we're going to do the Cobra today, the whole series of the Cobra. But before that, we're going to do the Tiger, which is one of my favourite series. So, I'm going to do it from the side, coming up onto your knees. Think about always spreading those fingers, making sure that the shoulders, as ever, are just over the wrists. So we're going to start with the cow-cat. So inhale cow, and then cat. Now this time, as we come into, we're going to come back into cow. And this time as we come into cat, we're going to pull the right knee into the chest. And then we're going to inhale, and this is the tiger's tail. Keep your weight forward, keep the arms straight. Exhale, pull the knee into the chest. And remember to arch the back and lift the chest. So stay there while I turn so that you can see what we're going to do now. So my legs up here, I'm going to take the weight into the hands, and I'm going to release the opposite arm to foot. Now I'm going to take my hand all the way back to my foot, pull the foot away. So if I do it from the side so that you can see what we're doing. Leg was up, the arm to the side, and then I've taken my hand and I'm pulling up. Now take the weight into the front of the foot as well. It's a fabulous back bend series. And release. Open those knees and just press right back. Okay, good. And this time we're going to do it on the other side. So I'm going to face you. So this time it will be the left leg that goes up. So, cow, cat. Really push down through the arms. Inhale, cow. And as you do cat this time, you're going to pull the leg in. So we're using the left leg. And take the leg back behind you. Now to keep the weight forward, don't do this. Try and keep balanced. And exhale. Think about bringing that knee as close to your face as you can. And up. Okay, from here we're going to take the opposite arm out. Take the arm back behind you and reach up as high as you can. Lots of blood squeezing through those kidneys. And release. Nice wide feet, everybody. Wide knees, sorry. And ease into those hips. Just relax. Forehead. Let the shoulders release. Really try to lower your hips towards your heels. And then coming up really slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, till you bring your head to come up last. So that's a really lovely series. Ever so simple, but it's working all of the back muscles. It's intensifying your balance, making sure you're using your core muscles as well at the same time. We're going to do the camel today, Ustrasana. Now what you do is fold the front of your mat, you'd like to do that. And then coming onto the fold, we're going to make sure our knees are not too wide. Just think about them going straight down like this. You don't want them too wide, and you definitely don't want them together. They want to feel comfortable. That's great. Now, we've all got different backs, so if you've got low blood pressure, neck problems, you're not going to do the full series. So I'm going to do it from the side now so that you can see. So those of you with any of those neck problems, contraindications, low blood pressure, you're going to grip the top of your thighs. So you're literally going to grip as if you were gripping the back of your neck. Grip really tight. You see how your elbows go back. Use your thumbs and fingers to grip the tops of your legs. Don't grip your bottom. If you grip here, your bottom muscles will work. If you do that, your bottom muscles won't work. They'll just collapse. So you want to protect everyone's back. So grip, shoulders back. We're going to keep the chin tucked in and push forward. So this is the safest possible camel pose you can do, Ustrasana. And I often do this if I'm feeling off balance, which at the moment is quite often. And back to centre. Those of you who've got pretty good backs, you're going to tuck your toes under. But watch out, don't push into the balls of the feet, keep the weight forward. Okay, inhale, raise both arms up. Drop your head to the right heel and grip it with your hand. Now here is half camel, so you've got your hand up and your head is looking down. You can stay there. For those of you who want to go further, have a look first before you do it. Going to reach back and then down. Keep pushing forward through the hips. To come out of it, you reverse and to prayer. Okay, good. Last time is for those who have got really good backs, the feet are extended. And you do the same, inhale, reach up. Turn to face the right heel first. Keep looking, half camel, you can stay there, squeeze your buttocks. Then you're going to go into the full where you reach back first, hold, then down. And come up. Okay, so I need you to decide which version you're going to do. Alright, so you've decided. It's fantastic. So let's start on the right side first. Inhale, squeeze the buttocks. Exhale, turn to the right heel, grip hold of it if that's the version you're doing. You can stay there if you want to, keep pushing the hips, reach back. Get the hand down to the other heel, push forward through the pelvis. Mouth closed, breathe. Squeeze those buttocks. To come out of it, release the left hand, look down to the right heel, so it's how you came down. Always reverse exactly the same way, and then just come to prayer, which is so much easier, much nicer for you. That's perfect. Other side. So I'm going to turn around. So doing the other, so you don't need to turn around, but I'm just turning around so you can see what's going on. So whichever version you're doing with your toes tucked under, whether you're doing the contraindication, inhale and lift. This time looking down towards the left heel. Now keep pushing the hips forward into the half and then reach right back. Then hand down and push. Release the hand and turn your head down immediately towards that left heel and then just come into prayer. That's perfect. And then sit down between the heels. You're going to sit down between your heels into hero pose. We're going to do another back bend. So, lots of ways of doing this. Easy way, just take yourself into your elbows. Now make sure your elbow is lined up right underneath your shoulder. So it can stay here. And what you're going to do, we can all try this. We're going to squeeze the buttocks and lift them. And then lower. Keep the chin tucked in, don't let it drop back. Inhale, push up. And lower. Those who can are going to go a bit further to the floor. And taking the arms back, you're going to squeeze and see if you can lift the hips up and lower. And lift up and lower. Now for some of you, you're going to stay there. You might be staying here, and you can even stay here. This is an even more milder. This is lovely for pregnancy. Obviously, you're not going to go any further. So whichever version you're doing. If you're on the lowest version on the floor, then we can go into Thunderbolt. So from here, we're going to take your hands in towards your fingertips and lift. And then lower. Hold for about 3 counts. Okay, you ready? Whichever version you're doing. Inhale and lift. Put the head gently on the floor. Fingertips pointing, elbows out. And to come out of it, you put your hands down again and reverse. To come out of it completely. If you're still there in the Thunderbolt, that's absolutely fine. When you look at this video later, you'll be able to see how you came out of it, which was elbows, hands, exactly as you went down. So if you're still coming out of it, take your time. It's really, really important that you don't go further than you think you can go when it comes to back bends. It's better to sort of maybe err to caution rather than force yourself into something. So just do, 1 stage, 2 stage, 3 stage, and do it really slowly. Coming out of this is the hard bit. You've got to come up onto those knees, just stretch, tuck your toes under, just give yourself a real, now your knees are going to hurt a little bit, so take it easy. The ankles need stretching out, and then walk your feet up and down. Coming back to your knees, we're going to come to sitting. Now we're going to do our headstands, but I'm going to just go through the dolphin again, I think. And those who are very steady with their headstands can carry on. Remember, this afternoon we're going to be working on our headstands. For those of you still working on it, let's do the dolphin. So just linking your hands together like this, gripping just above the elbows. Bring them to the point just in front of your knees, shoulders over elbows. You're going to open up the hands and link them together, and then make a fist. Cross your thumbs and make a really tight fist and press. So from the front it will look like this. There's a lot of turning around when you're teaching. You've always got to make sure students can see things from every direction. As many directions as possible. That's great. So gripping here, opening up. Linking the fingers together, thumbs crossed, and make a tight fist, and then press into the mat. Perfect. And then you're going to step back. Looking down, just step back so you really engage the thigh muscle. And then the other one. Into a nice flat plank. Tummy muscles are working really hard here, and your buttocks. Inhale, lift right up onto your toes. Push through your shoulders, so the head's got to push through the shoulders, and then back down to the original position. And up, and down. Okay, what I don't want to see is this. That's not doing anything. You've got to push the head through. Go right up onto your toes. Your heels aren't down, they're up. Okay, so let's have a go at that. For those of you doing the dolphin. The rest of us, we're going to go up into the headstand. That's great. So same old, same old. I'm just going to go half today. For me personally, I'm only going to do half. Same things apply. Grip just above the elbow. Place your knees your elbows in front of your knees. Now, the really important bit is your shoulder over that elbow. Open up the arms, really press down to the mat so the wrists are making contact. So you might need to lift your little fingers. Then leaving the elbows where they are, link your fingers together. Pull the little finger inside the cup, thumbs up. Now press that cupped hands into the mat so the wrists are actually making contact. Don't let the hands roll open. They've got to be rolled inwards. That's your
brachioradials here that move the arm. They shouldn't be released outwards, they should be turned inwards. Okay, so thinking about the point on your head that's going to go on the mat, lift the bottom, snuggle your head right into your hands and then grip the back of your head, nice and tight, shoulders away from the ears. Tuck your toes under, take a deep breath as you slowly lift your hips and begin to walk towards yourself. Now if that's as far as you're going, that's great. For those of you going further, I'm just going to the half today, just so you can see that this is half. Nice flat back. Carry on, whichever version you're doing. I'm going to open the gallery up so that you can actually see what you're doing. You'll have it recorded, or at least you're all there. That's wonderful. Oh, it's looking so good. This is looking really good. Okay, so Ramya, you're not stepping back. You should have a flat body. Take your legs further back. Take your legs further back, not your body. Your legs further. Yep. Okay, now inhale, push up. Push your head through the arms. Right up onto your toes. Right up onto your toes. Go onto your toes. Lift your heels up, Ramya. No, don't move them. That's better. Now go down to the original position. Exhale. Don't lift your head. The head doesn't lift. So just take your body down into the plank. That's better. Good. And then inhale up. Push your head through the hands, through your shoulders. Push your head through your shoulders. That's looking good. That's looking good. You're still rounding your back, Vishali. So push up and push your head and chest. Open up those shoulders more. Really push your chest to your toes. Come up as high as you can on your heels. Push your heels up. Yes. And lower. Okay, it's coming on. So Ellie, did you get on with the dolphin? Yeah, you don't need to talk to me. Ellie, you needed to be doing the dolphin if you could. All right, excellent. So whichever version you're doing, you should always have your head down for 15 seconds. Jules, we need to work on your headstands because there's no really reason why you can't do them, apart from fear, I'm thinking. You might be scared, but physically, no problem. So we'll work on that this afternoon, okay? All right, my darlings. So coming down, if you've come down, all right, so we've got our heads down. And just literally roll up from the base of the spine. And we're going to come into the shoulder stand. So I'm going to bring my head to the front of the mat this time because it's quite nice to be able to see it from there. So when you're teaching, get them to turn their heads to you so that then you can see what they're up to. So just lowering yourselves vertebrae by vertebrae. Drop the chin, keep the toes pointed, lower yourself really slowly to the floor. And just make sure that you're comfortable. You bend your knees, and whichever way you're coming up, if you've got a top that's dropping, it should be tucked in. You shouldn't have baggy tops. Make sure it's tucked into your tights or your leggings. Hold for 2 minutes, everybody. So once you're there, just close your eyes. Make sure your elbows are as close together as possible. Work your hands down towards your shoulders. Fingers pointing towards each other. Thumbs around the waist. Don't let your legs separate. Make sure they stay together. Feet soft. Thighs soft. Abdominal breathing.
Inhale. Exhale, right leg down behind you. Inhale up. Exhale, left leg down. Inhale up. And then with a lot of control, lower both legs. If you can, open up the arms to the back. For those of you struggling with this, keep supporting your back. Bend your knees so your heels are back towards your buttocks. Cross your ankles and just stay there. Okay, pressing the hands down into the mat. You're going to lower yourselves vertebrae by vertebrae. Use the arms as a brake. And once your lower backs come to the floor, you're going to open your legs, bend your knees, and place the feet on the outer edge of your mat towards, just so that they're just inside your mat. Work your heels towards you. Then inhale and push the hips up into the bridge pose. So roll your shoulders right underneath. And then see if you can grab hold of your heels. If you can get your ankles, that's fine, but do watch out for any strain on your knees. I'm just going to do this from the side. So anybody that's finding that difficult, a strap is really good. So you put your strap around your heel, around the ankles, pull them in, and then push up. It's actually really nice. Squeeze those buttocks, keep pushing right up onto the shoulders. Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. We're now going to cross the thumbs together underneath the back. So just the thumbs are locked, fingers are stretched, and you're rolling those shoulders even more underneath. Keep pushing those buttocks up. Straighten the arms till you feel the tricep muscles working. Then lower yourselves onto your arms. Release your thumb, spread those fingers like a fan, and then slowly walk your feet away. There's no hurry, coming into Matsyasana. Toes pointing up, feet together. Inhale, arch your back, pushing up onto your elbows, let your head hang back. And then rest the top of the head gently on the mat. There should be very little pressure on your head. All of the work's in your shoulders, your arms, your legs. Mouth closed, and we're going to breathe deeply in our own time for 5 breaths. Okay, inhale, right leg up. Exhale down. Inhale, left leg. Exhale down. Press down in through your hands, lift both legs. Exhale down. And then just push through the arms and slide your head back to the mat. Take your hands away from your body, keeping your legs together. We're going to clasp behind the head, placing the fingers together. Inhale. As you exhale, pull the elbows in, lift the head, look at the toes. For your counterbalance, your counter pose. Turning the body in the opposite direction. And release. You can undo your hair now. You can just relax. If you need a blanket, you can just go and get one if it's nearby. If you're warm, don't worry. Make sure your feet are mat width apart. Make sure you're lying straight as well, especially coming out of the plough. Sometimes you can be a bit twisted. Second a nice deep breath in. And a big sigh. Make sure the shoulders are reaching down the spine, palms up. Everything totally relaxed. After working so hard, it should be quite easy to relax now. Close your eyes. Make sure your forehead's smooth and open. Jaw is relaxed. If you haven't given it a good stretch today, or you need another stretch in the jaw, open the mouth really wide. And then bring the lips together, but the teeth should feel quite relaxed. Tongue falling towards the back of the mouth. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Shoulders pulled away from the ears. Let your legs roll open to the side. Ankles relaxed. Hips relaxed. Buttocks relaxed. Bring your awareness to the breath. If it's feeling a bit irregular, remember to mentally count in for 3. Hold for 1. Exhale for 4. My toes and feet are relaxed. My ankles and calves are completely relaxed. My knees and thighs are relaxed. My hips and lower back are completely relaxed. My middle and upper back are relaxed. My internal organs, heart and lungs are completely relaxed. My shoulders and arms are relaxed. My hands and my fingers are completely relaxed. My neck and throat are relaxed. My chin and jaw are completely relaxed. My mouth and tongue are relaxed. My nose, cheeks and ears are completely relaxed. My eyes and forehead are relaxed. My head and scalp are completely relaxed. My mind and my body are relaxed. My mind and my body are completely relaxed. I'm at peace, peace, peace. gently, everybody. Just begin to bring the awareness back to your body. If you feel like you want to stay longer, then you're more than welcome. For those of you who need to sit up now, we are going to very slowly move our toes and our fingers. Just roll the head from side to side. Please take your time, there's no hurry. But before you do come to sit, remember to give yourselves a deep stretch, deep breath. Remember to bend your knees. Roll over to the left side if you've got low blood pressure, right side if you have normal. Just bring the palms together underneath your face. Just stay there for a moment before you sit. Eyes are still closed. Keep the awareness within just for a little bit longer. And then just pushing yourselves up to a sitting position. Finish our practice this morning with 3 arms together. And then Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Namaste, everybody. Om Namaste.